this is my Holocaust project. So, the punishment in early times was execution by cruel means, torture, slavery, seizing property, and punishing the offender's family. But now the punishment in modern times are fines, prison terms, and the execution. But Hitler's forms of punishment was brutalizing the Jews, working them to death, and destroying Jewish population. Destroying large groups of prisoners of war were held so they could not return to the armies. Spain and the British both used this strategy. Many prisoners have died due to unhealthy conditions and lack of food. Hitler's reign was he drew in cruel people and took them to camps, worked them over, and the wealthy people could be freed if the brides were paid. The camps were evil, and Hitler said, "We must be ruthless, only thus shall purge our people of their softness." But the concentration camps, SS took charge of running. And the first 3 camps to be made was Dachau. Theodore Elk named command of the camp in 1933, demanding complete obedience from officers and guards. He set the tone for all camps. Buchenwald and Sachsenhausen. And once the camps became full, the Germans built more, and they returned some into death camps. Prisoners were rarely taken directly to the camps, so they were taken to holding areas for days or weeks, such as jails, forts, stables. They had little food or water. And the transportation of the prisoners to camps was via overcrowded boxcars on railway. They marched, bused, or tracked to the station, or trucked to the station. Moved around for several days before being delivered to camps. And deplorable conditions was they had no food or water, no privacy. They had to use buckets to relieve themselves. And the arrival, they unloaded and lined up, facing guards, which had muzzled dogs. They marched in the camp, and the orchestra played light music to ease their fears. A person in a white coat pointed arrivals to the left or right. The line they were sent to meant either life or death. The strong lived and the weak died. Those allowed to live were processed. They got a number tattooed on their arm, but the purpose was to dehumanize them and only referred to by number after that. All of the prisoners' hair was cut off, placed in huge piles, and they were sold by the government to industrial manufacturers. Given an identical badge to put on shirt and pants. Red was for political, purple was for Jehovah's Witness, and black was for antisocial, green was for criminal, pink was for homosexual, brown was for gypsy, the yellow star of David was for Jews, F for French, P for Polish, and blood which meant stupid and mentally defective. And the barracks, the atmosphere was dark, gloomy, smelly, and overcrowded. The bunks, inmates slept on wooden shelves the size of a coffin. But the living conditions, there was little to no food, filth, bitter cold in winter, hot in summer, and long hours of work. And here are my references. Thank you and have a good day.